Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am McAlphanine. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate that. And if you could, please click that like button, turn it into a rocket, and send it to the moon. So this got me very excited. Okay. I read a lot of materials. I scroll through a lot of tweets, a lot of websites. Here on Twitter, European Central Bank made a little post. And you know what's even more interesting about this post than just the content? Not a lot of people shared this. Not a lot of people are paying attention. It only has 15 hearts and 7 retweets. This tweet is mind-blowing, okay? And it reads as such. Looking for supervisory data or an overview of the banks we supervise. You can find information on these and many other topics on our redesigned banking supervision website. Listen, right now, I can't tell you what to do. It's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. What they just provided us, every single person watching this video should bookmark this, favorite this website. Heck, I will make a printout of these things just in case something happens. We can't get access to this information anymore. When you click on this link, everyone, let's click on it. It's going to take you to a website. Scroll down a little bit. Okay, get past all the verbiage. You're going to see PDFs. Click on that PDF. There's one that's titled List of Supervised Entities. And they have also a revised edition of the list of supervised entities. What does this mean? That means we have an idea of how many banks or what banks the European Central Bank has influence over. So when the CBDCs, MBDCs, MCBDCs, the multi-central bank digital currency is chosen by the European Central Bank, we now have a list of all the other banks that this will spread out to and who could possibly use this. And that gives us an idea of the amount of money that could be flowing through whichever rails they choose to either utilize in a single nature or utilize as an MBDC, a congealed, combined conglomeration of crypto rails. So this is very, very good. It's amazing how many banks they are supervising. So why is this important when it comes to XLM? Okay. Also, I'll say this, XRP, we said this before, XRP has corridors in Europe. They were developing, right? XRP has corridors. XLM has a lot of corridors from Europe. We know they had some from Europe to Africa. This was via Flutterwave. Okay, look that up. We already covered that. Flutterwave enables new Europe to Africa payment corridors via Stellar. So we already have corridors in Europe. Not only that, do we already have corridors in Europe via Stellar, but we also have the world's oldest bank, Germany's Bankhaus von der Hoyt, was working to issue a stable coin on Stellar. Whatever happened with that and what the developments are going to come out of that, we don't know as of yet, but the oldest bank in Europe was developing a stable coin on Stellar. So we know Stellar has a lot of business going on in Europe and that it is respected by the banks in Europe. We also know that the European Central Bank was working on a project with the Bank of Japan, literally titled Project Stella. And what was the crux of Project Stella? Cross-border payments. We also look up Germany's Bankhaus von der Hoyt issuing stablecoin on Stellar. Then you can look up Flutterwave. We're going to connect all of this. Flutterwave, Europe to African payment corridors. And that's just a few. That's just a few. Stellar has deep ties, deep rails in Europe. And now we get to this list. Let's go back to that list. Muy linda. It's getting serious. It's getting very serious. Now, I will say this before we get into the list. I hold all the banking coins. It doesn't matter which one is chosen. HBAR, I have HBAR. Oh, I have HBAR. XLM, muy linda. You already know. You already know I have XLM. I'm in deep. XRP? Do I need to say I have XRP? Algorand, you already know we have our favorite coin, one of our favorite coins, because we love XLM and XRP a lot, and you know we have Cello. So I'm into all the banking coins, no matter which ones get chosen. Money, 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 money. Let's get to this banking list. It's mind blowing. You have to see it yourself. I can't read all the banks that they supervise. And believe me, when they choose the MBDC, the MCBDC, all of these banks will have to use it because they're supervised by the European Central Bank. It's going to tell them to use it. That's how it works. Let's begin here. In Belgium, the Bank of Belgium, Bank Europe SCF, Banque de Groof, Argenta Sparbank, all right? KBC Bank, Bulgaria, DSK Bank, Ariel Bank, Bayerisch Landesk Bank, Commerzbank, Deka Bank Deutsch, all right? Deutsche Apotheker, Deutsche Bank AG. Let's keep going. Deutsche Bank Multi SPA, JP Morgan AG, Landesbank Hessen Thüringen, UBS Europe Bank. I'm skipping so many. Every time I read a name, I'm skipping about 10 banks. You'll see this yourself. Just click the link, or I'm going to put this in the community tab. ASSEB Bank, AIB Group PLC, Bank of America Europe, Bank of Ireland Group PLC, Barclays Bank Ireland, Ulster Bank, Alpha Services, Eurobank, Ergasius, National Bank of Greece, Piraeus Financial Holdings. There's a lot on the line with whoever the European Central Bank chooses as their banking rail. If they choose. I mean, they can do whatever they please, really. But as it looks right now, they're going to have to choose a banking coin rail if they want to keep up, just like the Bank of International Settlements told them, just like the IMF told them. And see, European Central Bank has been a little bit wishy-washy on CBDCs because at first Christine Lagarde was very much pro advancement of the banking system into the new age of digital assets and rails. And then towards the summer, Christine Lagarde started sounding a little bit bearish on these particular ideas. I'm not sure why. But now we're back once again where they're sounding very pro utilizing CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, or MBDCs, okay? Let's keep going. Spain, Banca Corporación Bancaria, Banco Bilbao, Vizcaya. I mean, we can keep going. Banco Santander. Listen, this gets deep. CaixaBank, France, BNP Paribas, BPCE. They're going to have a lot of influence on which crypto rails everyone is choosing to use as MCBDCs or MBDCs. They're going to have a lot of influence. Whoever the European Central Bank decides to use or combine together, I wouldn't be surprised if they have a rotating list. Just keep it on rotation. It's constantly rotating around for security reasons, for efficiency purposes, constantly putting all of the different crypto rails to use that they choose, right? I think, and I could be completely wrong, I believe a lot of these institutions are going to combine XRP, XLM, and HBAR in a rotating fashion. One for incoming, one for outgoing, one for smart contracts. You know, HBAR is amazing at that. The transactions per second for HBAR are out of this world. I think we can see, we're going to see the combination of a lot of those top crypto coins. Why not? Why would you not have that? And it's what the Bank of International Settlements has been saying through their PDFs. You can read for yourself. Okay. This is major. There's so many. There's 95 pages of banks. 95 pages of banks. You can read it yourself. I'm not going to make this a long video, but it's absolutely mind-blowing. Listen, I told you for months, there's enough money to go around. There might be too much money. People might get too rich. Listen, it's just my humble opinion. Anything can happen. Anything is possible. Maybe it doesn't happen. Who knows? But all the data points to this happening, and it is going to be meteoric, life-altering, like multiple lives altered. I don't know how to phrase that, but it shows you how much is on the line. It also shows you why the legacy system is trying to squeeze the last bit of life out of that system. They're trying to get that last bit of money before the old system has to be redone, before the old system has to be collapsed. There is a lot of money on the line. You couldn't pry the banking coins out my hand if I was dead. You couldn't pry it out my hand. I count the money if I was dead. Okay, so I just wanted to come to everybody and just put that on the table because XLM has long legs in Europe, deep ties in Europe. Algorand, remember, Algorand was making waves in Europe as well. Remember that? Now we know why they're fighting. Look how many banks. No amount of searches that I think anybody could have done would have produced a list like this, and the European Central Bank just handed it to us. It just handed it to us. I downloaded this PDF like 3 different times in 3 different places so it can never be lost. I'm going to keep this, and we need to keep an eye on these banks. How much revenue do they have? How much are they worth as a whole? We need to know everything we can about the main banks. You can't know about all of these banks, it's just too many. But the main banks in here, it will give us an idea of how much money they're moving and how much money could flow through those crypto rails. So this is huge. This is a huge offering they just put on Twitter. Only 15 people have clicked the heart on this. Only 7 retweeted. That's unbelievable. So now that you have that information, well, what are you going to do with it? What we're looking at, I think, and I said this before, what we're looking at as holders of the banking coins. And once again, I iterate, anything is possible, but we already know that. But I have to say that there's some people that don't, they believe that we don't know that there's a possibility that maybe certain things don't happen the way that they might. Nothing goes fully according to plan, but we hope it does. But we know what the data says. But what we're looking at right now could honestly be bigger than we all know. Take a look at this list of banks that European Central Bank supervises, and you guys let me know in the comment section what you think. Whoever they go with as their rails for CBDCs, woo, raise a toe. So until next time, let's get to the money.